What's happening? What's happening? Welcome to the Switch It Up podcast.
What's happening, everybody?
We got some stuff for y'all tonight.
Send out my invites.
We got some stuff for y'all tonight. And let me tell you, we got stuff from hip hop. We got stuff from the NFL trades. I mean, look, we definitely gonna get on the Cowboys. Woo! Oh, to the Cowboys!
Hey, let's get on them Steelers while we at it. Let's go, Pittsburgh! Yay! Steelers, are you with me?
It's just like somebody, man. Just rain on somebody's damn parade, bro. Niggas just doing real good, bro.
Rain. Shorty rain on my parade. $5 man, come out with some music.
Hey, bro. How's your week been, bro?
It's been going, man. I had to take me a mental health day today, man. I just was a little overworked lately, man. I need to take a step back from reality for a second.
Hey, look, and let's also tell everyone, look, mental health, man, it's an important thing. When you need to take a break, look, don't allow work to kill you. Like, your job is gonna be there. If you die today and get put in the ground,
they're gonna find somebody to do it
and put it right in your plate and probably charge them less than what they charged and paid you an hour to save them some money. Like, we're so glad he's gone because we can show up, bring somebody in here cheaper.
Yep.
So
dead ass.
So hey, look, mental health's important. Make sure you take care of it. You know, make sure you take care of yourself first before you take care of somebody else. With that, we just gonna jump right in it, man. This LeBron thing, man, jumping in Stephen A. Smith's face. I mean, we thought it'd be done by now, but man, the thing's still going, and a lot of people have some things to say.
Aries Spears. Did you get the clip of Aries Spears?
It's a bad time for Chan to be hurt, fam. Because right now, Bron is like Denzel on training day. He putting cases on all you. Hey, he ran up on Stephen A. now.
Bron kept them receipts, didn't he?
He gonna run up on you like that.
Bro,
and you can't run.
Maybe make sure I'm healthy when he run up on me, but I'm on Stephen A's side. You're a grown man. You're a professional athlete. You can be evaluated as a professional athlete, and I've said it, and I'll re-say it. Bronny James is not an NBA player. He's on that team because his father.
Yeah, no, I think it's two parts to it, right? You know, you got, let's say it's you have business, you have a personal side, right? And a lot of times you don't want to ever really mix business and personal stuff, right? So the two side of it is Stephen A. has a job to do, right? He has to be honest. That's what he get paid to do. In the same sentence, when you're a professional athlete, you have a job to do. Whether you do it on the highest level, you got to do it well, or maybe you don't do it as well as other guys in the arena. And criticism comes with it both ways. Stephen A. gets critique on the job that he does, right? Some people are going to call him a coon if he doesn't agree with what's going on in the culture and the environment, but he has a message to deliver. And if he's not delivering it appropriately or the right way or in an unbiased way, he's not going to get the payday that he just got. Like, he does his job damn well.
Part where we
and I think he's
the
fair
meat,
and
the meat and gravy that we're trying to get to.
Being who he is. Team that the stress and the critique that's come along with being who he is, right? That's a different level of scrutiny and expectations that he's had as opposed to other athletes. And I do understand the father part though, right? Because I got 3 babies. Like, I'll kill for mine. More importantly, I'll die for them. And so I understand wanting to protect them. And Stephen A. said that wasn't LeBron James, the athlete. That was LeBron James, the father. But what I say there is you got to separate that, right? One of Pop's famous lines on Friday was, "No, baby, let him be a man." Mm-hmm. Bron got to let Bronny be a man. The first thing Jordan told me when he saw that, because we were together, he said, "Pop, I lose my shit." He said, if I did that, if someone was talking about him and I did what LeBron James did, he would lose it. He said, you got to let me be a man. And I've done that with Jordan in high school. I've done that with Jordan in college. And I'm not saying that he's where LeBron is, but LeBron did what he needed to do. But what about Bronny James? Think about what LeBron is saying, right? And I agree with this. Bronny James, for a 55th overall pick, for a guy who's played well in the G League and been on the bench and got, some minutes in the NBA, he is more negatively critiqued and analyzed than any player who would be picked in that position that does the job the way that he does it. But he's also praised more. He's also been drafted in a place that his resume probably didn't say he should have been drafted in. He's also benefited in NIL when he only averaged 4 points a game. He has marketing and commercials and publicity and followings and get paid away from the court more than Mac McClung, who then led the G League in scoring and won the dunk contest 3 times because you're LeBron James's son. So what does it do to that narrative now? Right? How does LeBron running up on Stephen A help the narrative? It doesn't, because the narrative was he's there because of you. He was drafted in the place he wasn't supposed to be because of you. Now, all of a sudden, we can't talk about him either. Now, imagine if LeVar Ball runs up on Stephen A. Imagine if T. Morant runs up on Stephen A. How classless we would say they are. How immature we would say they are. LeBron James is a father doing the same thing for a professional basketball player. And I get it. I 100% get it, man. Sometimes somebody does something and it's on site. Stephen A say, why you didn't call me? Mav got my number, right? He said, Rich got my number. Because LeBron James saw him and LeBron James wanted to make that point. He wanted to show the world. He wanted to show Stephen A. And he probably wanted to show Bronny, bro, I got you. And I'll do it publicly so everybody sees it. The problem is this. You ain't run up on Skip all them years he was talking about you. You ain't run up on everybody else all that time he was talking about you. And if you're going to run up on everybody that says Bronny James didn't deserve to be drafted where he was drafted at, you're going to have to do a whole lot of damn fighting. LeBron James, more than any athlete I've ever seen, has shown a poise and composure when people are talking about him negatively like I've never seen. He's truly been an example to every athlete in the world who's harshly critiqued, to his son. But now what you've told your son is, even though I wasn't above reproach, even though no athlete that's ever played the game was above criticism, you are.
Now,
Do you want me to go in? Because I'm ready. I'm ready.
we got something. We got something.
Thank you, man.
Go ahead, by all means.
All I'm gonna say, shout out to my fans, man. I love each and every one of y'all. All I'm gonna say is, bro, at this point, Bronny a grown ass man, and I mean, LeBron James ought to be ashamed of himself. As much as I can't stand him, I'm gonna jump on any opportunity to get on him. But I mean, come on, bro. How you gonna get mad because you have society talking about your son? Nigga, your son ain't supposed to be in the league. That's why you pushed to get him in the league. Because if you knew your son could get in the league, you wouldn't. Look, I bet you this. I bet you he don't try to push for Bryce to be a Laker. But that's another subject. We talking about Bronny. We talking about Bronny. We'll leave that alone. We'll leave that alone. All I'm saying is that look, everybody and their mama knows Bronny don't belong in the league. You don't get drafted second overall and you averaging fucking 2 points a game. Like Bronny, you like at this point you're a mockery, bro. You here for ratings. You here for people to watch. Like, come on, man. You here for people to talk about. So LeBron, for you to get mad at Stephen A about that, it's a little ridiculous. Like, and again, you LeBron James, you the most loved and the most hated. You got to understand this comes with it, especially when you go and basically push for your son who averaged 4 points in college.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You averaged 4 points. You wasn't even a good college player. You was not a good college player. You almost died playing in college. Like, come on, man. And that's look, the health thing, bro. I'm not getting on your health. I'm just saying you almost died playing in college. So, somehow you miraculously made it to the NBA. Come on, Bronny. Come on, man. Like, Brian, you can get mad all you want to, but at the end of the day, you put your son in this position to get ridiculed like this because of the type of player that you are. You forcibly brought your son in. You didn't allow your son to go through his own path. If you allowed your son to come in on his own, that's a whole different story. He comes in on his own. Hey, he don't turn out well. Hey, but you pushed this issue. You made the Lakers draft him. I'm gonna leave if he don't get time. I want to go wherever he gets drafted to. So you created this whole dynamic around your son. Like, bro, like you got to understand. You can't get mad at Stephen A. Smith, who's a commentator, who's talking about your son, who is a grown-ass man. Talking about leave my son out of this. Come on, man. Your son a grown-ass man at this point. Let your son. At what point you gonna let your son stand on your own 2 feet, man? That's the problem with young black men these days, anyways, is because they're not forced to stand on their own 2 feet.
And that's the problem that that everybody has with Stephen A. Not Stephen A. but LeBron. That you put yourself in a position. You put yourself in a position that you have lived to take scrutiny all your entire career, and now when your son is in the NBA to take the criticism, you go, no. Da-da-da-da! Daddy! Don't talk about him. Bruh. So you pretty much are saying that he's beyond reproach. He's beyond talked about. You just want him to come, play the game, no one talk about him, and then your son go home.
No. That doesn't happen on this level. He's going to get talked about. He's going to get talked about, especially because of the way that he was brought into this league. Now, if he was brought into this league the way he was brought in and came out dogging people, okay, it's like, okay, your son, you brought out a dog. Like, yeah, I get it. You want your son to come out because he's dogging. No, your son barely gets to play. Your son gets to play because he has James Jr. on his back.
Pretty much.
Come on, man. Like, let's stop it. Stop it, bro. Stop the whole don't leave my son out of this. Like, he's not a kid. He's a grown-ass man, and he is open to the ridicule of society. You put him in that position. You put him there. So just because you LeBron James, like, yeah, you're LeBron James, you're a great player, but come on, man, your son's not LeBron James. Your son is barely James. Let's call it what it is. Like, bro, come on, man. The boy's 6', you a 6'2" shooting guard. Come on, man. That's like not even heard of. Did you get that? Dang, man, I should have asked you before we started this, man. I sent you a post about Aries Spears about the same stuff. Aries Spears was dogging out LeBron James too. Like, how you gonna get mad about that, man? Especially when I don't know if you remember the Cavaliers got into it with either the Celtics or the Timberwolves. I don't know. Kevin Garnett was involved with it. And, LeBron James' mom stepped up, and LeBron James looked at his mom and said, sit your ass down.
Wow. I did not know about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I sent you that clip. But what I'm saying is, like, but see, LeBron came into the league at 18. You came into the league having to take care of your family, and you did that. Shout out! I'm not like downing you for that, but you came into the league taking care of your family. But you stepped up and told your mama to sit her ass down. I'm not saying that's okay, but you kind of like did the man thing and bossed up on stuff that was coming down upon you. But basically, what you're doing with this nepotism, you are not allowing your son to face anything that the world has to offer or to throw at him.
Right.
You're sitting here, you're constantly shielding him.
So you saying that Aries Spears about him talking about Bronny James?
No, he was talking about LeBron James. Well, it was the whole situation about the Stephen A. Smith and I think it was. Yep. That was
all right. Here we go. Harry Spears, welcome back to Vlad TV.
How many times is this now?
I'm quick on the draw, bro.
Like 100 times.
You should have looked at the clip I sent you.
Give or take. Give or take.
I did.
Well, you've been vocal about this.
I think I already know what you're going to start with.
Yep.
LeBron?
That's right.
Stephen A?
That's right.
Yeah.
We've been hanging out too much. Look at this.
Yeah. I just posted this yesterday.
Right.
Or the day before, whatever.
Well, go ahead and give your take.
I think LeBron is a hypocrite because while, as I said in my post for context, I know Stephen A. Smith said, LeBron approached me as a father and not a basketball player.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I kind of felt like Stephen A. backpedaled a little bit, or for lack of better words, maybe got a little shook. Because my whole thing was, LeBron's being a hypocrite because back when he first came in the league, I think they were playing the Boston Celtics in Cleveland. And LeBron got into a skirmish with some of the other players. And his mother jumped up and was ready to do battle. And he said, sit your ass down. Because it's like, look, man, I'm a grown man in a grown man's league playing a professional sport as a professional player. We don't need to put the message out there that my mommy comes to my rescue. That's a bad look. So cut to, here we are, Bronny James is being critiqued by Stephen A., who is doing his job. He is paid to critique basketball and the players within the game. So he was critiquing Bronny. And of course, we all know that LeBron approached him and had so many words, was like, keep your son's name out your mouth. And, if you want to come after somebody, come after me, yada, yada, yada. And my whole thing is, look, man, just like you told your mother to sit her ass down, you need to sit your ass down because Bronny is in the league because of you. He's a grown man playing amongst grown men in a professional sport, which means he is open to criticism. And for all the people that hit me up and was like, nah, man, it's different because as a father, your son and your kid. Listen, I understand maternal instincts kick in, but nonetheless, we are talking about pros now. It'd be different if he'd have said something about Bronny, about his personal life, or he'd have came to interrupted their Sunday night dinner at the house and said some shit. He did what he did what he is paid to do as a professional analyst. He critiqued somebody deserving of worthy of being critiqued, deserving of being critiqued, because Bronny got a spot that, let's be honest, probably deserved to go to somebody else who's putting up better numbers. Nepotism. So Bron has saved his son twice now. First he got him in the league, and now he's rescuing him from the criticism. And that's bullshit. And for all the people that, of course, because I heard it, I read it, man, you just don't like Bron because Michael Jordan and blah, 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 blah. It ain't got nothing to do with this. I don't care who the fuck it is. You can't say on one end, mom, sit your ass down, but then you don't have to sit your ass down when,
pretty much.
You're in a league and, you a man and you know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
You here now. It comes with it. Criticism and skirmishes come with the game.
I mean, what is Bronny's position right now with the Lakers? Is he actually on the team or the G League?
I thought it was a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, that's because they can't decide what to do with his ass. He all right in the G League and he sucked in the NBA. But LeBron's like, hey, bring my son on this game, bro. Hey, he need to bring Bronny back. He need to get some NBA minutes. Come on, man. You saving your son's whole career, bro. There's nothing wrong with it, but you can't get mad when people call you out on it, man. Get out of here with that. You putting your son in that position to get ridiculed. Should have let him make the league on his own. But man, don't get me started on LeBron, man. Please, man. We can go. I'll go 2 hours about LeBron.
Look. This is my thing, man. I just feel like this. The thing that LeBron has done, he's just brought that energy to his son because he ain't got that long to be in the league. And let me tell you something. You ain't gonna be on the sideline fighting for, because what did Bronny James tell you? Sit your down. You out the league, Daddy. It's my turn. Just saying. So you got to put him in a grown man. You want to put him in a grown man position, let him be a grown man and act like a grown man supposed to. So, but enough about that. Hey, what about this? You know, and so you heard about day 26 and the stuff that they, broke down and, stuff that happened and the Diddy making a band.
They got
so
Diddy
Vlad, so Vlad asked Boosie.
Oh God!
You know what? Let me just.
Oh my God! If they ask Boosie about anything,
let me just play it. It's better I just play it, not even say nothing. Let me just play it.
Well, here's what's interesting. One of Diddy's childhood friends, Tim Dog Patterson, is saying that his mother, Diddy's mother, Janice Combs, used to have sex parties at their house. He said Diddy was around, as a kid, Diddy was around all types of alcohol and weed smoke, drug addicts, lesbians, homosexuals, pimps, pushers. They was all in the house, and they would people be naked, having sex in all the various rooms, and Diddy was around all this, according to his childhood friend.
Damn.
So a lot of the freakiness came from what his mom was doing. Dad was dead because Dad was a hustler in Harlem who got killed. So it's just him and his mom, only child. So he was seeing a lot of this stuff early on.
It only gets worse.
It get worse than this.
They fucking know. I just told you. All I get is Frico out it.
Yeah.
I don't get Rico. I get Frico. I do not get Rico. Every Rico I saw, they got 39 people with him. He on the Rico. Who is he on the Rico with?
By himself right now.
This is sad.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah.
This is sad, bro.
No, listen, I've been saying that if anyone who's being charged right now gets off, this is like Lil Durk, YNW Melly, I'm probably forgetting a few people right now that are facing serious charges. I feel Diddy has the best chance of beating his case.
Me too. I mean, I just feel like they built it on this, man, because it's success. Things like that, I don't like to see it. I don't like to see a black man just brought down like that, And that's crazy because our own kind, we kick each other down the most.
Well, I had day 26 on my show. I don't know if you saw this clip. It started to go viral. But one of the guys in the group, Q, started talking about
buckle up,
some of the abuse that he, went through when Diddy was on drugs and so forth. And he talked about an email that he read, and he couldn't really say what it was about, but it was something about sacrifices and all this type of stuff. And he started to cry as he's, recounting the story. And then the rest of day 26 started to cry also. Did you see this video?
Mm.
Oh, yeah. No, the whole group started to cry right along with him. And they had to stop the interview and go, kind of get themselves together.
I don't know why somebody that evil would. I don't get it. I don't know why somebody would do that to a talented, passionate people.
Yeah.
We talented, passionate people. I don't understand. No, it's okay, bro. I don't understand why someone would sit down and think about hurting someone. I don't know. Or laugh about it after they do it, I don't get it. I don't. That's why I said none of them are innocent. I'm not here to expose anybody, but none of them are innocent, man. None of them are innocent. Y'all all coming after this man for millions of dollars. Y'all were a part of it as well.
People, I'm not laughing at this.
Y'all were down too. That's not fair. That's not fair.
I am.
It's not fair.
I'm laughing at it. I'm laughing at him.
With actual story that actually been affected by that, because then it make everybody seem like they just try out to get something or whatever, opposed to it being real people that went through real stuff.
Did you ever confront Diddy about this?
I kept trying to get in contact with him because all I wanted was an apology. all I kept saying, like, can you apologize? Like, could you just apologize for what I can't talk about right now? But I just wanted to apologize because something was wrong with me, man. Something was wrong. And like when your last Vlad interview, you could look at me and tell like something was wrong. Like I wasn't the enthused person.
It looked
I
like
wasn't
his
cute.
wrist broke.
I looked like stressed. I looked like I was in a dark place. So like you could tell like something was wrong. Like, yeah. Yeah. I didn't mean to go there. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It's
I'm
all
so
good.
sorry.
This is real. And
we gotta take a break.
yeah, let's take a break. Listen, I've had a number of people cry during interviews, right, over the years. That's not that.
Now we're going for the juggler.
I've never seen a whole group of men cry at the same time. And this was over something that
took place with them, with Diddy?
Yeah, over the whole making the band thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm not quite sure what it is, but it was traumatic enough to have a whole group of grown men cry.
Grown men ain't talking about it.
I don't know. He
They was up here.
He said,
what are they crying about? Did he hurt their feelings or did he hurt their ass?
I don't know.
What are they crying about? He might have hurt their feelings because he was hurting their feelings on making it a band.
Yeah.
Even they might be traumatized like that.
Yeah.
But if you're going to get up here, why the fuck you get up here and tell them? You crying, did he go in your ass or not? Because you have people thinking it went in your ass. Don't get up here and try to salt the man down. Tell the truth.
Yeah, he said I ain't no snitch. So he didn't want to actually say what happened or what he saw.
Okay, well, he enjoyed. He likes to relive it.
Not sure. Not sure.
Oh man.
hey, I feel you, Boosie. I want answers. What are you upset about?
Wait a minute.
You just saying you're upset, but what are you upset about?
Look, man.
Hey,
by all means, I'm not laughing at what they went through. My thing
what
is,
did they go through? Did he go in their ass or did he like embarrass them?
So let me I had something to support that. I have it here. I'm just gonna play it real fast. This is just something that happened to them on making the band.
Like that tone, that when it wasn't perfect, but it was naked, you know. I'm not saying to do all your joints like that, but when it's real, it don't really matter. I'd rather get the emotion. So y'all gotta get naked, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta get naked. You got where I'm coming from?
That's not enough for me.
The part is, this is part of what they went through on making the band.
Okay, but what I'm saying, like that doesn't really counteract an essay.
But this is what happened throughout the entire show. He would make statements towards them, and you seen their faces. They're looking like,
hey.
Look,
in the eyes of Hollywood, bro. Hey,
look.
He made a statement, bro. How they look at a statement,
but
we're
you
assuming
see,
at that point.
You look at what you see where they're at now. Like, to know what they are going through now, and for him to say real calmly, did you see that? Do it again. Look at the faces.
That tone, that when it wasn't perfect, but it was naked, you know. I'm not saying to do all your joints like that, but when it's real, it don't really matter. I'd rather get the emotion. So y'all gotta get naked, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta get naked. You got where I'm coming from?
Well, first off, the video is so old, we can't really see their facial expressions. And second, I'm just, we don't know what happened. No one ever said
we don't know what happened, but we know they hurt. We know they hurt.
When you say naked, he could have been saying you got to get raw and just leave everything on the table.
We know now that when we say raw and get naked, if you've seen Will's face, he's looking like, Come on, brother.
We're assuming at that point if they
never
made no allegations.
You're right.
We are assuming allegations. We're assuming at this point.
You're right. We're assuming, but what I'm saying is this: something happened.
I'm not going to deny.
And I can tell you, I'm going to tell you right now. And I hate to say it like this, but they know the naked truth. That's all sorry. Crash out. I'm sorry.
Don't throw that my way. I'm fumble. Incomplete pass.
But even in that, man, like I feel like
involving Diddy, it was some freaky stuff going on, man.
I feel like this, man, that despite what was going on, man, with them, for some reason, whatever happened with them, man, it's traumatizing them, man. And they can't get over it. And I really feel like this, that they need to, if you're not going to tell the full story, you're not going to come out and say what it is. It's like you want someone to keep asking you, what's wrong with you? Why are you crying? What's wrong with you? What did he do? Are you okay? What? We don't want to be a snitch. Why you don't want to be a snitch? It's almost like now you want, by all means, whatever they went through, I hope they get help. I pray God gives them the help that they need. But I'm like this. If you ain't going to tell the story, don't come on TV and say, he did something to me.
I won't say nothing. But I don't want to say what it is.
I won't say nothing. He did something, but I ain't going to tell you. He hurt me.
You're looking for attention at that point.
There you go, right there.
Looking for exposure. You want attention. Like
that goes into the segue. That goes into our segue right now, where somebody wanting attention and putting people out there that
Back in October, we actually reported on a lawsuit that was recently as in Friday, was amended to add Drewski and Odell Beckham Jr. And what the woman is accusing them of is raping her allegedly along with Diddy. So back in October, there's a woman named Ashley Parham, I believe that's how you say her last name, and she said that she had met one of Diddy's like colleagues in a bar. He was basically trying to flex on her, FaceTime Diddy, like, to show that he knows Diddy or whatever, and she wasn't pressed. While Puff was on the phone, she says that he overheard her saying, I don't really care about him anyway, jokingly. And she said she was saying it like jokingly, but she accused him of having something to do with Tupac's murder. And she says that he visibly was upset over the phone when that happened. A month or so later, this woman, I guess she still kept in contact with the friend. She agreed to go and help this friend, Diddy's friend, administer some cancer medications that he needed help with at his home. She goes into the home. She's there. They're, doing whatever it is that I guess she needed done. They take a ride and come back to the house. The door was left open. When she gets back, now Puff is there with others. Allegedly, right? Now, back in October, when this was first filed, we didn't know who the other parties involved in this were. So, it was John Doe. They were just listed as John Does. But now she's saying that those John Does were Odell Beckham Jr. and Drewski. So now I'm bringing us up to speed on what she's alleging that Drewski and Odell Beckham Jr. were a part of. So in this document, she says that Diddy was allegedly forcibly raping her to the point where he even used like a remote to do it at one point in time. And she says that when it comes to Drewski, that Diddy allegedly instructed another defendant who was Doe to also rape her. And that defendant has been determined to be Drewski. Instead of immediately raping the plaintiff, the woman, Ashley, is alleging that Drewski doused her with more oil and lubricant, and then jumped on top of the plaintiff naked with an oil body, treating it like a slip and slide, and knocking the wind out of the plaintiff due to his enormous size.
Man, who believes this?
That's what
jumped on her.
That's what she's alleging happened. Yep. And then she's saying that Drewski caught himself from sliding over the plaintiff's oil body and on the bed, and then he began raping her, allegedly raping her vaginally. Now she says that while this was happening, Puff was, somewhere off in a chair in the room watching and pleasuring himself. He was also recording as this was happening as well too. So these claims are, you know what I mean? Because she's saying that this was like a violent rape, like to the point where when she was up and trying to leave, it took her a minute to kind of get herself together. But there's a lot to this. Even in the beginning of this in October, when she first alleged it, she said that like on her way out, she went to the backyard and these people were in the backyard still. So she was trying to figure out how she was going to leave. Now that we know it was Drewski, allegedly a Drewski and Odell Beckham Jr., she said that after they violently raped her, allegedly, they went to this backyard to smoke marijuana and cigarettes. And on her way out, she ran into them, and there was a whole exchange of like a gun went off at one point.
Is this Busby?
There was
attorney?
No, her attorney is
with the Odell Beckham jersey.
It's not attorney Busby. I'll get the attorney's name for you. Her attorney's name is this document.
Who really believes Drewski was pretending that a young lady was a slip and slide? Come on now.
I believe he jumped
come on now.
That's insane. Yeah, and basically, so the way that it's set up is like she's alleging that like Drewski and Odell Beckham Jr. were like doing anything at the beck and call of Puff. So he was telling them what to do. They were doing it. But yesterday, Drewski did respond to this, and he says this allegation is a fabricated lie. I wasn't a public figure in 2018. I was broke living with my mom without any connections to the entertainment industry at the time of this allegation. So the inclusion of my name is truly outlandish. My heart breaks for actual victims of abuse, but I'm fully confident that the evidence will expose this falsehood and that individuals who are maliciously trying to game the legal system will be exposed. People who are trying to game the legal system and peddle false narratives.
Wow.
So
let me just go ahead and say I don't condone SA. Sexual assault is a real thing. I don't condone that.
Me neither.
But I mean, listening to that statement, bruh,
allegedly.
It confuses me, because if you were sexually assaulted to that extremity, why didn't you directly go to the authorities, the proper authorities, and say, hey, this happened to me? Instead, you're waiting until this indictment comes. Now all of a sudden you're coming forth. Like, that kind of puts a question mark to your claims, because why wouldn't you want to report that immediately while the DNA is fresh in your body? Or, I don't know what it's like, for a woman to go through that, but I could imagine that it's traumatic. I understand that there's like certain levels of, there might be some shame or embarrassment. They don't want to go directly to them, but why would you wait so long to come out with something? And then those statements, he jumped on you like a slip and slide. You felt like you were a slip and slide while you're being sexually assaulted. That's wild. That I wouldn't imagine that's a thought that's going through your head of, wow, he's jumping on me like a slip and slide while he's forcibly going through me.
The thing is that this man wasn't even in the industry at this time. And, all we can say is, we don't know the entire story. We don't know, we're just going to have to keep close to hear what happens with the story, to hear the results of it. But I pray that none of the parties was a part of this, because if they were, that's sick. If you was a part of that and you did this with a woman and you allow someone else to violate someone, that's somebody's daughter, it's somebody's mother, like, and for you to be a superstar, you have a greater responsibility to uphold. And if you even place yourself a part of what this guy Puffy Combs has allegedly did to people for years. If you put yourself in that limelight, I pray that everything happens to you. Put it right. Come here, boy. Come on. Let's get you. Let's get you some limelight.
Oh snap! Rocky want exposure too now.
Look at Rocky.
Hey, he look like that dog for Never Ending Story. Betray you! Betray you!
Rocky want to go back. He want to go back to Eden. That's what. Go ahead, going back to Eden.
That's the
little, man.
That's the little bastard that beat me on 2K,
huh? He's a Yorkie, but not a Yorkie. He's a Maltese. He's a Maltese. But yeah, that's my buddy, man. That's my buddy. In more news, high schooler, 16-year-old doing a track meet championship, struck another person on the track. And now the parents are suing the school and the girl who did it. Let's just go right to it so we can check it out.
At the center of that viral video showing her appearing to hit another runner in the head with the baton is speaking out.
I would never do that on purpose. That's not in my character.
Everett says the incident is a complete misunderstanding, pointing to another angle of the race as proof.
The baton was literally like her arm was literally hitting the baton like this until she got a little ahead and my arm got stuck like this.
In the video, Everett is seen on the inside track running the 4x200 relay at the Virginia State High School League Championships when junior Kaylin Tucker came around the outside on the.
I felt a bang on my head and then I fell off the track immediately.
Kaylin dropping her baton and reaching for her head. She was later diagnosed with a concussion.
But she struck her, bro.
Tonight, the community is rallying around the Portsmouth athlete at the center of this viral video. The clip appears to show Icy Norcom track star Alayla Everett hit another runner with a baton during a state championship race earlier this month. Everett, who is now facing a misdemeanor assault and battery charge, tearfully addressed the crowd tonight, saying what happened was an accident. But the family of the athlete who got hit says the strike left her with a concussion.
Yeah.
So it didn't look like she hit her that hard, if she did. I mean, it also did look like she. Never mind.
Let me ask you something, bro. Have you ever ran track?
Nope.
So these are real polls. Hold on. Let me get myself. God forgive me. Stop. I can't even look at you while I say this. God forgive me. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best now. When she came around that bend, bro, she said, "You ain't about to whoop me." But this is the thing. If it was an accident, when you do an accident, you go, "Oh my goodness, let me go check on you." None of that. The girl that hit her kept running.
She's trying to run the race. She didn't realize.
But when it's an accident, right? It's an accident.
She didn't realize that she hit her like that. She thought maybe she fell. Hey, she's trying to win the race. Hey, you're in the battle. You're in the middle of it.
Look, do you think that maybe she had her headphones in and she was listening to
Nucky's book?
No, he knows. It says sometimes you gotta pop out. And right when he got to that part, she go, "Show him."
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show it.
Man.
Oh
man. So, man, you know, the real story right now, man, is, you know, I ain't got really no footage to real show, but man, there's too much to talk about, man. Free agents signing, NFL. Dude.
You really want to go there?
Bruh, listen, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. Cowboys right now, making everybody believers.
Hey, if you ask me, the Steelers are making people believers.
Look, Cowboys went out and got stars. They didn't just go and get, they went and got stars from each person's team. And I'm gonna tell you, that defense, we got K9, bro. K9 said he said, I can't wait to get in this defense so I can hit somebody violently. We've been needing this. We have been needing someone who wants to go out there and attack somebody, because we look, up until Michael Parsons, that's the only killer we got, bro. The man came back off of injury in the second half of the season, killing. But I will definitely say, man, because the Steelers didn't, like, just coming off of how they started getting their picks. I mean, at first we thought they was going to keep all them receivers, you know. But seeming that you got you still got all these whatchamacallit people, all of these sorry, I just got a message, you know, but knowing that they let Mike Williams go and knowing that they let George Pickens go, right?
I don't know if they let him go yet. They were shopping him around.
So,
wait, the Steelers got rid of Mike Williams?
Mike Williams signed a 1-year deal with the Chargers.
So he's back with the Chargers.
He's back with the Chargers, bro.
Bruh. I did not know that.
Yeah, so with that being said, this is a scary part, bro. Diggs, Cooper Kupp, Amari Cooper. All of those are out there. Now, I can give you something even scarier. Are you ready for it?
What?
We still got our first round and second round draft picks. What if we decide to go ahead and trade for Justin Jefferson?
You gonna trade your draft pick for Justin Jefferson?
Justin Jefferson only has 2 years in the league, bro. First year, bro, he led the league in receptions, touchdowns. Second year, no quarterback. The quarterback couldn't throw to him.
He had a $100 million quarterback though, right?
He had Sam Darnold.
A $100 million quarterback.
He wasn't a $100 million quarterback then.
$100 million quarterback pedigree. $100 million quarterback.
So he was frustrated with how the ball got thrown to him his second year. And he pretty much said, I'm out. They said, "Well, we got the Rickett. I'm out."
I think he should give it another year.
You say he think he'll give it another year, but guess what? I'll go play for. I'm just gonna say it. Mike Tomlin getting all the black people, man.
Okay, but again, if Justin Jefferson go play for Mike Tomlin, you think he gonna get the ball like that? No, that ball going to DK.
Bruh, let me tell you something.
They gonna cover him.
So let me ask you something. If DK is getting double, bruh.
Calvin Austin.
Justin Jefferson. Pick your poison.
Okay. You don't think Justin Jefferson gonna be getting doubled on the other side? If DK getting double,
if you do that, and they keep George Pickens, you got George Pickens, possession receiver. You got
if they pick up
Calvin
Justin Jefferson, they're not keeping George Pickens.
Let me tell you something, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If they get Justin Jefferson, bro, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna just say it right now. Super Bowl. Who do we got on defense with the Steelers? Slay. Who the safety?
Is Porter still there?
And the safety?
Fitzpatrick.
So let's just go ahead. You are gonna struggle to score. You're gonna struggle to score. You still got JJ Watt on the line. Oh, hold on.
Yes.
DJ Watt.
You still got Patrick Queen.
You still got
Highsmith.
So
you still got Hayward on the line.
You still got all that on the line. And then as soon as you think you done got loose of that, let me throw it over to OD. Slay. Oh no, Porter.
Hit you your YNs with the clack. Yeah, that.
So I'm sorry to tell you, but the AFC, woo-hoo. Well, let me tell you something. We ain't seen who they gonna put at quarterback, but if they keep Russ, I honestly think DK coming there was on account of them was on Russ staying there. I really think that because DK had some of his best years under us. Some of his best years. So
is it some of his best years under Russ, or is it some of his best years under Pete Carroll under Russ?
No, Pete Carroll.
Russ without Pete Carroll ain't had no Russ years. Russ without Pete Carroll has been a disappointment to every team he's gone to.
But you know what, bro? Up until the last 4 games of the season, Russ was winning. Remember, he lost. Remember, he won all those games after they switched, and then the last 4 games they lost. He lost 4 in a row. Into going into the playoffs.
Why?
So
that's the problem.
That and I really think this is what I really think. I really think that the whole team burned out. That's what I believe. I really think the whole team burned out. But man, Fields going to the Jets, dude. A lot of people say that they think that if Fields don't get the job done now, that he's not going to go and get another starting job. What you think?
I don't think so. In all honesty, I feel like they should have allowed him to continue in Pittsburgh because he was winning. They need to allow him to make those mistakes and learn from them so that he can continue to win. He has the winner's mentality. Mm-hmm. He has it in him. He just has not been allowed to have the exposure to do it.
So we only saw 6 games. He went 4-2.
6 games.
And so
they should have gave you more. 4-2. You should have been playing until you weren't playing properly. Russell should have been a valuable aspect that can jump in if needed.
Aaron Glenn said that we're not going to bring in a quarterback in here just to have a quarterback. We're going to bring in someone who's a winner and who's a leader. So by them bringing in Justin Fields, they must feel like they saw something in him last year, like he had growth. And I mean, quiet to say, he was doing it with the Bears before he left, but he just wasn't happy there. He just wasn't happy, you know. So, man, we got so much that we haven't even touched. I mean, the free agency hasn't even stopped. It's still more to go. The Cowboys. I mean, between the Cowboys, the Ravens, who they get? They got DeAndre Hopkins. You got, but you know what? You know what? I'm really curious.
You know what? You know at all in 2026.
So let me just go ahead because a lot of people out here is listening to that and they don't know what's going on. We're gamers, and pretty soon you guys are going to see us streaming these games. And I just tell you, probably in the next year, 2025, Madden, you're going to see us streaming these games. So please look out for that. But we are gamers, and he's talking about me playing Baltimore Ravens. He
won't play. He won't see them
because I like beating them. He won't give them to me. So that's a whole nother story.
It's because it's not a good matchup.
It's a whole nother story. Y'all gonna have to keep tuning in so y'all see that part.
We're gonna have to have a second YouTube page for that. It's gonna be Switch It Up Gaming.
He said it. He said it. So I was hoping that we was gonna have our brother here. So I'm gonna wait for a part that we talked about. I'm gonna wait for that, and I'm going to just go straight into the awards. And we almost did a last week. We almost did a I can't win like this award, but we decided not to. We decided not to because we was like,
"Are you serious, bro?
What happened?
Mason Rudolph just went back to the Steelers, man. We ain't getting no Aaron Rodgers. You better not use Mason Rudolph to mess off that freaking wide receiver core you got.
Well,
you know what? I can't win like this award is going to go to the Steelers right now for signing Mason Rudolph. You can't win like that.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just, because you reported it, I'm gonna go ahead and just let you have that, bro. Here we go. That didn't hit the way I wanted it to hit. Let's try it again. You got it, bro. You sound like you got something on your chest.
I just said what I need to say. Mason Rudolph is getting it. You come into Pittsburgh, bro. We can't win like that. Pittsburgh is already, in a trying time, and they're in a rebuilding phase. I don't know why they would want to rebuild and bring you back. They let you go for a reason, but I don't know. Pittsburgh signing these receivers and not having a quarterback. You don't have a guaranteed quarterback. I can't win like that.
My question is, why? Hey, you know who they should bring back? You know you should bring back
Justin Fields, Big Ben.
This guy right here. He played with Tom Brady. This is his dance.
You talking about AB?
At
this point, why not? At this point, why not?
I'm just saying, if you gonna bring back Mason Rudolph,
gas left in the tank.
And you gonna bring back Mason Rudolph, bring hang on. Look, I promise you, and he came back to. Can you imagine all Pittsburgh doing this on the sideline? Look, the fact that he did it, like, man.
So we ain't got no Yas Award, huh?
We ain't got no Yas Award.
Who need to switch it up?
Who needs to switch it up, bro? Let's get into it, bro. So, this is Drew. If you're watching, bro, I hate to do this, bro. It's got to be LeBron. Pretty much. You're not going to jump up. Skip talked about you for years. But you're going to jump up and Stephen A. Okay. He said you talk about your son. Guess what? Skip said something about your son. He don't. All I'm saying is, this is my thing. Regardless of you didn't say nothing to Skip or all these people, this is my thing, bro. He's an NBA player. And I'm going to just come out and say it. He got a pair of nuts. 2 of them. Okay? Let him walk. Either you're going to let him walk in a skirt or you're going to let him walk in some pants. Pick which one you want. LeBron, you will never get it. You'll never get it. If you keep trying to do stuff like this.
What, his 5th ring? A 6th ring?
Look. La la la. That's what you think you need to be singing. LA, the LA, la 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 la. That's what you think you should. I'm sorry. But you will never get it. You know, we covered a lot of stuff today, man. And I think that we did pretty good. Hey, how you like the new format with the video? I thought I asked you that.
I like it, bro. It shows growth. It shows elevation. It shows that we're moving forward towards something bigger. I like it. It allows our users to be. It allows our viewers to be a little bit more involved in what we're talking about. We're not just talking about something and they're like, "Oh, what's that? Oh, what's going on?" They can actually see what we're seeing and commentate.
And we can commentate while it's playing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good that. So, with that being said, who needs to switch it up? Because it's about that time. Dog time, boss. Ready to go. Let's go. Crash out. Who need to switch it up? Who need to switch it up? Who need to switch it up? Hey. Who need break it? See, this is when you know you really cabbage matching. You gotta stir it up. Stir it up. Stir it.
I think we all need to switch it up. If you're going through life trying to figure out why you keep finding yourself in the same position, you need to switch it up. If you don't see what you're doing wrong, if you don't want to ever take blame in what's going on to you and why things are happening to you, but the same thing keeps happening to you, you need to switch it up.
Bro, you want to talk about growth?
Yes. It's all about growth.
Who would ever thought we would hear Crash Out talking like this?
Hey, before you can allow yourself to grow, you have to be able to see what you're doing wrong so that you know what you need to change. If you don't feel like you're doing anything wrong and you can't see what you're doing wrong, you'll never be able to change because you'll never see you doing anything wrong. You'll never feel like you need to change anything.
No, I'm gonna just bounce up off of that, man. And I'm probably gonna be talking to myself when I say this. If you're in a position you don't see no growth, and you're going, God has blessed you with 24 hours to be the best you, and you're going to the same day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, and you just kind of floating by through life, just, oh, everything's okay, I'm good. Guess what? You need to switch it up. You need to switch it up because if you got kids or if you want to ever, as a grown man or grown woman, be something better and make a difference in your life or somebody else's life, you gotta grow. So if you're not growing, you need to switch it up. You need to switch it up. And with that being said, I don't know if I can find anything else. No, let me. Hey, Crash Out. What game? We showed up. And we did what we had to do. Hey, just letting you guys know, our partner is not gone. Ferocious is not gone. He had a few things that he had to take care of, taking care of business, being, life is life. And so he will be back. He's not going nowhere, so just letting you guys know, any of your ferocious friends, that want to hear the Yes Award, he will be back next week. Promise. And if he's not, promise he's coming back. But with that being said, we thank you for spending time with us. Because as we always say, the most thing you can spend, the most expensive thing you can spend is time. And you spent it with us. My mouth's a little dry. I need to get something to drink, but we thank you for coming and being a part of our podcast. We don't take for granted for the guests that come in and, have something to say. We want you guys to come in, man. Interact with us, comments, stuff like that. Ask questions, that we can answer. We want to grow. We want to be better. Please, put in the comments on the video if it's something we can do better. We want to hear from you. Feedback that will help us be better. So please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like, share, tell somebody. If you got somebody who matter of fact, I'm gonna just do it real fast because I think it's funny. I think it's heck of funny. I'm gonna just do it real fast because Shutter King is my boy, man. Shutter King is my boy, man. I want you guys to hear this.
Man, you still recording?
Yes, sir. We are still recording.
I thought you was giving our closing statements, man.
I had let them hear this, man. I had let them hear this real fast, man.
They said in 1915, the woman was late to her sister's funeral and demanded that they open the casket so she could, pay respects to her sister. When they finally dug the woman up, the woman sat up and smiled and lived 47 years later. Let me tell you something. If had it been me, y'all have had to go on and put me in that coffin. Because if I'm late to somebody's funeral and I say, "Hey man, I want y'all, I got to see him. I got to see him. I want to. Hey, look here. When I say I want to see him, I don't want to see him alive. If they wake up for any kind of reason, you can go and put me in that box because I'm out of here."
And with that, we out of here too.
Clothes. Change